I put together a short video to show what trades I took this morning. You can see the H1 and H2 on my charts. Actually, this was one trade. It started out as an H1 entry with a long Netflix call, but an H2 developed within the trade of the H1, and I wound up taking the trade to my original target, and I closed that trade with a $550 profit on 10 contracts. Once the price action started to go below the 25 hole, that would be the dotted line on the 3-minute and the 133 tick chart. I started to look at the put call ratio, and it was starting to turn bearish, so I was looking for an L1. So I started watching, and I put an L1 marker on the chart since the price was now below the 25 hole. But I didn't see the mountain chart start to turn green. So the trend was not strong. So I just sat on my hands and did nothing until something more descriptive developed. What I'm looking for now the price is going back up above the hull, is that I'm going to be looking for a uh, new trend up. So we're looking for another two pushes up at least. So this L1 has been eliminated as an option, and I'm now going to be looking for an H1. So I'm taking the put out of the active trader, and I'm going to be replacing it with a call. And you'll see that develop shortly here. And there's my H1 marker. And since most of these trades were done on a different computer, you're not actually seeing the screens where I make these changes. But now I've loaded the Netflix call option, again, looking to go long again. So what I'm waiting to see happen here is price breaking above the H1 and a breakout above the R1 pivot line. And the next target would be towards R2 or previous day's high. Pricing is starting to break up above the 25 hull, which again signifies going for a higher high than the previous bar. And these H1s, H2s, L1s, L2s are nothing more than bear and bull flag setups. If you're familiar with that type of price action, just Google bear flag, bull flag, and you'll get an idea of what this H1, H2, L1, L2 represents in terms of price action. But now we see price breaking above. We've got a green trend bar, so I'm going to be placing a mark order, and we got filled. So now I have a target of 7% as my first target. I believe I have 6 or 7 contracts at that percentage, and I'm going to let the other 3 contracts run to a 15% second target. Meanwhile, I'll be monitoring my stop, and as the price goes up, I'll be readjusting my stop to the ATR red dot, which is below the current bar. Okay, we got the first target filled. Now we're close to the second. I moved up my stop. Still have room to R2 as a resistance point. And our second target was hit at 15%. So for the day, I made about $1,300 trading 10 contracts of Netflix. I hope this helps.